Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, a candid chit chat with all of us.
All of us.
So, so today we are bringing you another topic. So, what is today's topic?
So today's topic is owning your vision. How to stay focused and aligned with your bigger purpose.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, but before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Okay, my own name is Mosumola, the face behind musumconsult.com. I'm originally from Nigeria, but now I reside by choice in USA, New Jersey to be precise. I've been a healthcare worker of several years, but now by choice as well, I'm a digital business owner.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm originally from Mexico, but I live in North Carolina, USA. I am a former educational assistant. I'm a wife, a mother of three, a grandmother, a proud digital business owner, and a mentor.
Okay, so we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesday and every Thursday we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is register into any of our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar, which happens every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons. So one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second one is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, you can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, what is it that we are going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to listen from the panelists who are going to be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who are the hosts and panelists, or who are the hosts and panelists from this past Thursday's live webinar.
Okay, so last Tuesday we had Maria as the host. She is a clerk, cashier in an IT and also an IT programmer. And then we also had former, that is Lisa, a former industrial administrator, and Marina, who is a health scientist, people from different cultural and career backgrounds. We also had Eden, who happens to be very close to me. I know her personally, blood and water, and she is a former caregiver.
Okay, we also had Rihanna. She's a housing officer. Joanne is a registered nurse. Oksana is a paralegal, actress, and photo double. And Elsie is a hospitality industry.
So if you are catching the replay from last Thursday's live webinar, our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So now you know what to do. So if you want to learn how to start your online business, all you have to do is register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Okay, so our topic is owning your vision, how to stay focused and align with your bigger purpose.
All right, so So today's conversation is one of our favorites because it's something that has changed everything for us. And that is, owning your vision and staying focused on your bigger purpose. So welcome back to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business. So let's be honest, okay? So distractions are everywhere, especially when you're building something new. Social media comparison, doubt, fear, even other people's opinion. But when you are rooted in your purpose, okay, none of those things can shake you. And that's what we're going to be talking today, how to do that. So, what are today's point?
So the first point we're going to discuss about is why vision matters. And the second point is going to be staying focused. Uh, Three quick anchors.
Yes. So, that's what we're going to be talking today. So, let's start with the first point.
Why vision matters. The girl looks so much like me. So, vision isn't just about goals or milestones. Yeah, it's about who you are becoming and why you are doing this in the first instance. So, it's not about just making money or amassing wealth or getting a degree or something, it's about who you are becoming. What are you building? What is your focus? What is your vision? What you think about tomorrow, where you think you will be? When you know where you are going, the detours don't derail you. Yeah, there will be detours, but you still sit down and get to where you are going. Vision gives you direction, purpose gives you fuel. So think about this. What does success really look like for you? Is it time freedom? Being there for your kids, retiring early, living life with peace and intention? So what's your choice? What is it about for you? What's keeping you going? What's motivating you?
Yeah, so why vision matters is the vision isn't just about goals or milestones, it's about who you are becoming and why you're doing this in the first place. So there is a reason why we start doing things in life, and there's always a purpose behind it. And the bigger the reason, the stronger your effort, your passion, and you're just going to be unstoppable, right? Going to get that vision. So when you know where you're going, the detours don't derail you. Vision gives you direction, purpose gives you fuel. Because as we all know, we all have hopefully we're all working towards a vision, right? But a lot of times we're gonna find, obstacles, setbacks. We're gonna find all kinds of things that are gonna come, our way, and they're gonna try to stop us or just derail us to something else that we're not really after. So we really have to have that vision very clear and stick to it and face those obstacles, face those setbacks that we have, because there's a reason why. When we're growing, it's not easy, it's not a straight path, it's not like something that you get overnight. It's everyday consistency, every day doing something. And even when you face those difficult times, your reason has to be bigger than the obstacles that you're facing, right? So think about this. What does success really look like for you? Because success looks different for everyone. So what does it look like for you? Is it time freedom, being there for your kids, retiring early, living a life with peace and intention? So what is it? What is success for you? When I started this business, I started because I wanted more time for my kids. I wanted to be a present parent because I wasn't present. So, what is that? What is success for you? What does it look like? What is your vision? And what are you doing to achieve it right now?
Thank you, Masamola. Thank you, Isabel. So when we're talking here about vision and about who you're becoming, who did you wanna become? You wanna become someone who has more time to spend with your loved ones, someone who wants to retire early, someone who will be giving back to the community, someone who wants to make some impact, on people's life. That's, that's the vision. That's the vision that you want to achieve. You want to have that financial stability, you know and why you're doing this, for your family. You want to be able to leave a legacy, not only financially, but also that legacy where you teach through your kids. They're learning to be able to believe in themselves. They're learning to be able to achieve their dreams and go for what they want, no matter what. So that's the vision. um, so for the fuel, I would say, or that, they call it here, the purpose gives you full. I think the purpose is the desire, and that's something I learned this week with one of our job quitter guests. Um, when she talk about the desire, yes, you have your desire plus your why, and that's what it makes you going. Because you can have a why, a strong why, but if you don't have that desire, that push you to go forward, then yes, you will have your why, but it's not so strong that it will make you, to sometimes, like stop. Um, but if you have the desire plus the strong why, that's something that nothing is going to stop you, because you are fuel, to push forward no matter what. So no matter what obstacles, no matter what challenges comes your way, you're going to get to that final destination. But it's those two ingredients that really is going to push you, towards where you want to reach. So you need those two key ingredients to be able to get there. So it's kind of like I said in the past, like the trip example. For example, you put on the GPS, the final destination, and along the way, you're gonna find like a construction detour. So the GPS is gonna reroute you, but the GPS always gonna take you to the final destination. So that's the same analogy to that. So it doesn't matter, what obstacle, but as long as you have those two key ingredients, you're gonna get to the final destination. So let's go to the point number two.
Okay, point number two is staying focused. Three quick anchors. So, here are three powerful ways to stay focused and aligned when the road gets noisy. Anchor number one, revisit your why weekly. Write it down, read it out loud, speak it over your life. When your reason is strong, your excuses lose their power. And this is something that we've been learning a lot here lately about the power of writing down your why, writing down your goals, writing down the things that you're grateful for. And there's so much power in actually writing those things, actually writing, like handwriting those things, because you're connecting with the things that you're writing, right? You're giving it emotion, you're giving it, like you're feeling it in your being. It's different from when we type it. You can do it either way, but there's more power when you actually handwrite those things. And writing down your why is like you're getting it, embracing yourself, you're getting it like so deeply in you that every time you wake up, every time you face a setback, every time something happens, you're going to have that clear in your mind, and you're going to be like, this is my why, and this is not going to stop me, I'm going to keep going. So you're going to give it power, and you're going to have less excuses, or the excuses are going to lose the power, because your vision and your why is so clear in your mind. And anchor number two, set vision boundaries. That means saying no to anything that doesn't align. Not every opportunity is your opportunity. Stay in your lane. And this is something too that we have learned over since I started doing this business. Because when I started this business, I knew why. I had my why, right? I have a strong why if I'm doing this. And even though it was difficult at the beginning, even though I wasn't prepared, I didn't have the experience, I had, so many obstacles, so many things that were just sticking up, trying to stop me because I didn't have the experience, because I wasn't tech savvy, because, I just didn't have connections. I didn't know anything about the business, but I kept going. And even in that journey, there's so many things popping up, because nowadays, you see things like they call them shiny objects, right here and there. And so many people get distracted. That's why they don't focus themselves on doing one thing, and they keep jumping from place to place, because they keep jump into every shiny object that they see. So we have to really have those boundaries, and, just be aware that not every opportunity is your opportunity. So stay in your lane and focus on saying no to things that don't align with your purpose, with your vision, with your why, because there's so many distractions. I mean, we have to every day make choices, and a lot of times, they're hard, because the other choice seems an easier one, fun, something that's going to be fun, whatever. But we have to choose, and we have to align with our why. If it doesn't align with what we want, then say no to it, even if it seems difficult, if it seems hard. Later on you will have the time to say yes to those things, but right now you need to stick to your why, you need to stick to your purpose, and keep working towards that. And then anchor number 3, surround yourself with visionaries. You rise to the level of the community you're in. That's why being in this space, this equal circle, reminds you who you are and why you're capable of. You know, we always talk about our community, how amazing, how huge, and how friendly, how supportive it is. And we really mean that when we say that there's so many people in our community, over 250,000 members in our community. And we're, like-minded individuals. We have that vision, we have our why, we have that purpose, and we're supporting each other, helping each other, motivating and inspiring each other, so that we can keep going every day after this goal that we have, and not feel distracted, not get distracted, not get down, don't feel stress, or the days are not every day is a good day, not every day is going to be a productive day, not every day is going to be a day where you're winning, but you're learning. And so that's why the community is there, to help us and to empower us to keep going every day. So when you don't have that power in yourself, then you reach out somebody else that is going to inspire you, motivate you, and share some of their energy, so that you can keep going in this journey.
You say in this, I'll just pick on the third one that says surround yourself with visionaries. Um, the people that you saw, if you surround yourself with negative people that are really not going anywhere, then you too you'll be stuck. Just like anytime we're coming on this live on Sundays, my mind is already there. I don't, anybody that wants to visit or anything about, I will say no, not at this particular time. And also because my mind is there, I know somebody is waiting for me, and the person has already prepared, some points that I'm really, really, trying to meet up with. So you don't just joke and sit down and do whatever you feel like doing. And what I've noticed is that since I started, I know I've risen up beyond the level that I was as a lone ranger. So being a lone ranger is not really, really supporting moving up. You need a team. You need to work in line with some people, but the people that you are working with must be people that are having the same vision, the same goal. It doesn't mean that you have exactly the same why, but the goal is a growth goal. a goal of maybe you want to have more time with your family, and this person wants to have more time for, I mean, to have early retirement, or you need more or something. But the mere fact that we know that the present level that you are in is not the place where you want to be, and you join with other people that are also moving forward, it makes the wheel of progress, it makes it to be oiled. You oil the wheel of progress with visionaries and with positive mindedness.
Yes, thank you, Musamola. Thank you, Isabel. Yes. So when we're talking here about revisit your why weekly, and they say, to write it down and read aloud, is because we want to make sure that, that it's kind of like working on your mindset, so making sure that you really know your why, very strong, like even your subconscious mind. So no matter what, um, doubts that might pop in, your why stays strong. So it's kind of like working out. It's like some people work on do mirror work, like working on their self doubt to start believing on themselves. So that's the same thing, like when you write it down, when you say it aloud, your why, you're doing that repetition, and through that repetition, it stays, in your subconscious, which is the one that sometimes makes you um, think about negative things, and doubt about yourself, doubt about what you're doing. So that's why, it's important to revisit your why. And because, like, for example, like one time in my journey, I got to that point, where I started to see others, and that's what we mentioned before. Um, we were seeing others that were having results, and we were staying in the same place, and I started to have those doubts. But then I went back to my why. I stopped and reflected. And I saw myself, I don't want to go back to the same life that I was living. I want to keep moving forward. So because of that, that post that I reflected, and I remember, and I went back to my why. That's what it helped me, to keep moving forward. So um remember your why, and if you don't have, like, you have a strong why but you have too many self-doubts, writing it down, speaking aloud, even, doing that in front of your mirror, it will help you to start believing in yourself, start believing in what you're doing. So that's what I would say for number one. And for number two, vision boundaries. Yeah. There's so many times, that there's so many distractions that, when you have a dream, right? You're not gonna have anything stop you. So sometimes, you will have like friends, or families that, they're gonna say, oh, we have something, you wanna join us, um, and you have to wait, what is important, like, is that what you're going to be doing is really important, or keep moving forward on your business is more important. So you have to weigh down what is important, because sometimes those are just like little distractions, um, because you can keep going and move forward. Like, we have an example in our community, she really had a goal in her mind, and she worked really hard for 6 months, and she was able to achieve her mission. But she told her family, I'm going to be focusing on this, so just let me focus on this. And her family understood. So, that's what we're talking also about, boundaries. And she really focused on her business, and she was able to achieve it, in a shorter period of time. So those are the things that you have to weigh down. You have to talk to your family, because you're to explain to your family, when you're doing your business, they have to understand that that's the allocated time for your business. When it's time for your family, it's the time allocated for the family. So um, just don't let any distractions reroute you from where you're supposed to go. So that's for number two. And then for number three, surround yourself with visionaries. Yeah. And I think I mentioned this in the past, sometimes some people like to be on their own bubble. They don't like to socialize. But when you're doing a business, you cannot be like that, especially if you're not tech savvy, if you don't know, you don't have the knowledge and all that. And that's why we are so blessed with this global online community, because you can reach out to anyone in the community, and that's how when you reach out to someone, that's when you start growing. Okay, because you're doing the first step. You're connecting with people, and people are ahead of your journey. People um, are able to help you, when you're in that um, emotional moment that you're down. Like in my journey, I had two times where, two members of our community were helped me, to bounce back. Um, and also about the knowledge, anytime, like I don't know anything, I ask someone else, how do you do this, or can you help me, with this, and that's, you have to ask. You have to get out of that shell and get out of that comfort zone and ask, because that's the only way people are going to be able to help you. If you don't ask, they don't know if you need help, you know. So you have to ask. You have to reach out. So reach out to this global online community, because that's the way that you're going to be growing. Surrounded with people who have the same like mindset, because many times you don't have that support at home, but you do have it in the community. So be part of that same like mindset that will help you to push and move forward. Okay, so we have arrived to the end. And what is our message for the audience for today?
So, are you owning your vision or letting life distract you from it? So, if this message is for you, drop the word vision in the comment or send us a message. Let's talk about what your bigger purpose looks like and how to build it with clarity.
Yes, so that's the message for today. So we have arrived to the end. So we hope so that what we share with you today, it will inspire, it will help you to keep growing, to go for what you want, for your dreams, because it doesn't have to be, like business dream. It could be anything that you want to achieve. Is, for example, the athletes, their dream is to represent their country and to win a gold medal, you know. So that's their vision to get there. So this is, your inspiration, on how you can achieve that. How can you stop, having those distractions to get you from there? How you can work on your mindset to have a strong why and to have a strong desire to be able to reach your dreams. So if you got inspired, or if you want to share any tips that you also have, or any story that you want to share, just put it in the comment and let us know, and we're gonna be happy to read your comments. So um, now, if you guys are watching us from Facebook and you guys are not following us, you can follow us up here on the top to get to know us a little bit more, who we are and what type of content we put in our pages, and more information about the business. If you're watching us from YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe to our channel and press that notification bell to get notified when we put new content and when we go in live. So that way you keep learning more about this online business opportunity, and also about, more information about this. And when you're ready, we are going to be here, to help you and guide you along the way. Like we mentioned, you're never alone in this journey. You will get your support from your mentors. So we are all mentors here. And you also have a coach, and also the global online community. So you're never alone on this journey. So you're able to achieve your dreams that you set your mind to. So saying that, if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is either put in the comments more info, or send us a private message, or you can register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into a webinar, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday, because those are the days that we have our live webinar. So it happens every day, every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, so you can register for any of those two dates or for both, the second link that you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, so what am I going to find out on the webinar? So, on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also, you get the opportunity to listen from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start an online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from last Thursday's live webinar. So if you want to catch this replay before Tuesday's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Hmm. Okay, so once more, we had Maria, who was the host, and she is a clerk cashier and an IT programmer. We had Lisa, who is a former industrial administrator. We had Marina, who is still a health scientist, and Eden, who is a former caregiver.
Okay, we also had Rihanna, she's a housing officer. Joanne is a registered nurse. We had Oksana, she's a paralegal, actress, and also a photo double. Elsie is in the hospitality industry.
Thank you, Musimola. Thank you, Isabel. So if you're catching this replay before next Tuesday's live webinar, so our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn how to start your online business, all you have to do is just register into any of our websites or put more info in the comments or send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions. Now, let's find out what is our topic for next Sunday.
Okay, so next Sunday we're gonna have creating with courage, the power of showing up even when you are scared. So come and be with us next Sunday. This is gonna be a very good topic to share because we all feel scared at some point, especially when we're starting something new.
Yeah, so remember this, your vision isn't random, it was placed on your heart for a reason. So own it, walking in it, and building from it. So one bold step at a time. So that's our message for today and our topic for next week. So saying that, we want to wish everyone, well, I want to say thank you everyone first to has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. To our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. Um, and we want to wish you everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are already on Monday, and happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today. And until the next episode of Eagles in Digital Business, a Candice chat with
All of
all of
us.
us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Thank you guys.
watching.
Have
God
a
bless
good
you all.
week.
Thank you.
Bye.